happening, people? All the beautiful people of the Grams. I hope you guys are all doing good. Real good. I hope everybody's doing real good. Very good. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's do this. Oh, baby, 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 what's happening? You know I love you, little baby, what's happening? You know I love you, little baby, what's happening? Look at that. Ooh la la, un saguaro, baby. What's happening, my friends? From Virginia, what is it? Saskatchewan, Canada. Damn, I'm all the way up there. Doing fine, doing fine. I love that. What's happening, beautiful people? I hope you guys are all like feeling good today. Feeling good, baby. Oh yeah. Here are my homies. Look at that. Ooh la la. Good try. It's going good. It's going good. I'm just, I'm just chilling right here. Just doing a little painting. Look at that. Got some homies right there on those cactus. Let's put another homie right here. How are my hand and fingers? They're fantastic. Never better. Super fantastic. So I tell myself a story. I tell myself that my hand and my fingers and they only get better with time. I don't know if that's true or not, but I tell myself that story. Look at that. Thank God, I love that. Thank you. I tell myself all kinds of fun stories. Man, I hope everybody's doing good. It's a good day. Look at that. Ooh la la. I want to thank all my homies that buy my work. Thank you so much. All the people that are like, dude, Jose, you're like amazing, dude, and stuff. I want to have one of your paintings, Jose. You know what? I was thinking. I'm gonna be doing some changes in the things that I do, and so I'll let it be a surprise. I'm gonna do some changes, and it's gonna be cool. I think so. And it's gonna be sweet. ¿Cómo estás, Olio y un café? ¿Cómo estás, Olio y un café? Dude, we got all the gang, the whole gang here. Todo mundo. I always joke around with my wife because she's like, "Is everybody there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all 10 of them." She cracks me up, or I crack her up. I'm like, all 10 of them, babe. They're all there. Look at that. Change is exciting. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff. I mean, we have to, you know. You always have to keep moving. You can't stay stagnant. It's not good. You have to keep moving. For many purposes. So I'm always moving. By the time you know, someone's thinking about something, I already thought about it. And so you have to keep moving. It's important. Es mucho bueno. This is what I love about Arizona. The landscape is ridiculously beautiful. Look at that. What's happening? Ten people can change the world. That's right. Well, I think it's very important. Like, for example, I'm a student of a few things. I like to call myself a student of a few things. Marketing is one of the things that I've always been a student of, and in artwork, if you don't understand marketing, you better have a hell of a talent and hell of a work ethic. Now, talent is ultimately the differentiator. But when there's no talent, people go after work ethic. Work ethic is extremely important, but without talent, it only takes you so long. It can only take you somewhere. It can only take you somewhere. I've talked about this, how talent is extremely important. I'm not talking about the talent like people think, like, oh, how you can paint. That's one form of it. How you communicate, that's another form. If you understand marketing, that's another form of talent. The talent is extremely important. And there's different components, right? There's talent, there's work ethic, there's timing. The timing has to be right. Sometimes we get our artwork and we put it out there and the timing's not right. The timing's just not right. The audience, right? The audience is gotta be correct. Sometimes you have something really good in the hands of another marketer, it could be gold. But in your hands, it because you don't understand marketing or for whatever reason, it doesn't go anywhere. This is why we see a lot of quote unquote bad art, in the big art world that goes a long way, goes very far. And part of the reason is because they understand the other components. Look at that. And so I'm a student of all of that. I like to pay attention to those things. The colors grab my heart. I love that. Thank you. Sam says, where have you been, Chris? We've been here, Sam. We've been kicking it here. You must what? You must be prepared for the stars to align. Yeah. Yeah. It's so important to be prepared for your stars to align, because sometimes your stars align and you're not prepared. You're not ready. It doesn't mean that. It just means you're not ready. That's all it really means. You're not ready. I've had lots of opportunities in my career that I couldn't see and I couldn't take because I didn't take them because I couldn't see them. And lately I've been getting lots of opportunities I refuse to take. Right? I refuse to take some opportunities that may seem pretty juicy. I refuse to take them because I can't do it. One of those opportunities came out not long ago, to be part of an exhibit, with like high-end artwork and whatnot, and it seemed promising, but I'm in my stage, in the place where I am in my career right now, I can't do shit like that anymore. Not what they were offering me. They're basically telling me to eat shit for a couple of years, while they help me market my work and sell it at very high prices. I can't do that. Right? I can't eat shit for a couple of years. Certain little things like that, that I'm like, if you would have talked to me when I was in my 20s, I would have done it. I can't do that now. I can't do certain things that other people would be like, oh my God, I can't wait to do that. And so I think everyone's path is different. Usually when I talk to marketers, they want to help me, or people that, you know, they don't tell themselves that they're marketers. I say they're marketers. It usually has to do with something along the lines of, we have to put your artwork away and not let anybody touch it for a couple of years. You know, we have to create the demand that way. And I'm like, yeah, you would have talked to me in my 20s, I would have done that. I can't do that now, man. There's just no way I'm going to do that now. Look at that. Let's see. The intelligent man hits the target that no one else can hit. The genius hits the target that no one else can see. There you go. There you go. What's happening, Diana? I thought I saw Diana here. Everything I know about marketing, I've learned from you. Very cool, very cool. 100%. Your path will reveal. Yeah, you just gotta hang in there and you know, try different things. You know, and don't cut corners, guys. A lot of people are cutting corners. I see that a lot. Don't sell yourself short. Don't cut corners. Don't be like, oh, what's selling best? Oh, okay, I'm gonna go sell that. You're not selling apples, guys. You're selling artwork. What sells best? Where do I sell my work? Can I copy this artist? Can I paint the same way or the same stuff of this artist? I see a lot of people doing that. That's cutting corners. You're preventing yourself from getting your break. This is not me saying this. This is anyone worth their salt in marketing. They all know that. Like I said, I'm a student of marketing. One of the worst things people do. I was listening to this guy who takes businesses public. You know, takes startups or business, any type of business when they're ready to go public. One of the worst things that he says that small businesses do, or any business that wants to grow and create some sort of brand, is that they start somewhere with something that's working, and all of a sudden, it reminded me of most artists. All of a sudden they want to do everything across the field. In other words, they stop doing the thing that got them the momentum. Because the thing that got them the momentum is very hard. You know, if original artwork got you the momentum, and all of a sudden you're like, I can't wait to sell prints. The guy was talking about it. This is something that I've said many times. That I'm not a small business professional or anything like that. Like, I'm not, you know, I don't work with that. I don't understand that. But I understand some things based on my own experience. Anytime that I see people are like, oh man, I can't wait till I do this move because this is what's selling, or this is the thing that is going to work, and it's going to be something completely different, and something that has no effort, you know, no effort. To me, I see it as it'll give you a little bit of cash in the front, but in the back, it's going to keep you down here. It's going to keep you down here all the time. I've seen it over and over. And the stuff that makes it work is the difficult stuff. It's the difficult shit. This is something that Gary Vee has talked about many times. He says, if you want to scale something, he says, you have no idea that scaling something is about keeping the difficult stuff. He calls it scaling the unscalable. It's the difficult stuff. And so that's why most people can't scale. Because they're trying to do it easy. And easy, almost always, I don't know any other time, blows up in people's faces. You know? Try the diet where you take 2 pills, but you don't have to run 4 miles every day. It blows up in people's faces. It doesn't work. The hard shit is what works. The stuff we don't want to do. That's the secret sauce. Let's see. So many companies, IPO, and families need to buy back to regain control of the vehicle. Oh, I love that. Very true. Lol, my work does IPO. Chris is a believer. Did Esther knows about this? Let's see. People know authentic. We can see what's real and what's, yeah. Esther says, yeah, on top of doing your normal work, you then have a board of directors and shareholders to bow down to pressure, screwing down and pressure up. Yep. Yeah, I was listening to this podcast. This guy was talking about that. Yeah, IPOs. And he was talking about how a lot of small businesses it blows up in their face because they're trying to go for the easy, right? For the easy. Give me the money. I want to walk away. Right? I want to walk away. I want to walk away from this thing. You guys keep all the equity. From what I was listening to, what this guy was saying is that almost no company right now will let you leave without you keeping some percent of the equity because they want to keep you working. And part of the reason why is because even if you're a salon that, I don't know, a hairstylist that grew your hair styling businesses or whatever, or you sell sushi, or I don't know, you created a chain of sushi shops or whatever, they want you there for many reasons, but he was talking about one of the reasons is that you are the secret sauce, right? You're the secret sauce. Let's see. They're so expensive too. Corporate finance teams don't come cheap. But I bet. So I try to learn from different places. I see this with artists. They're looking for the easy route. You know, how can I make this thing easier? And in my career, I found out that if you're trying to make it easier, you probably don't like what you're doing anymore. You know, this is a game. This is a game of difficulty. This is a game of you know, chopping wood and carrying water. That's the game. And the reason why that's the game is because if it gets any easier, let me tell you something, then that means that anyone can do it. It doesn't cost anyone. If all you want to do is sell paintings and you want to sell what works, there's 1,000 ways of doing that. All you got to do is go check out who's selling paintings, what's working, what's not. I don't know. Go to a place where they produce paintings for nothing, and make it work. But that, just bear in mind, I've seen lots of artists do that. Anyone else can do that too. That's the problem with that. Anyone else can do that. The thing about prints is the same thing. Artists are trying to sell prints. Guess what? Anyone else can do that. Anyone else can put their artwork on a piece of paper. So what? What's the deal with that? What's the value proposition there? That you're able to put your artwork on a print on demand? Everyone else is doing it. Dime a dozen. There is no value there. There's absolutely zero value. The only reason why people are buying them is because they think they like you. So a handful of people might be buying a print or two once a month here and there. Or you're ridiculously famous. You're some Damien Hirst person. Or you have millions of followers on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. Millions, not 1 or 2 million, millions, for it to be a working strategy. I know a couple of people here with 500,000 followers can't sell prints on Instagram. And it's because it's easy. It's easy. I'm afraid of easy. Every time someone talks to me about easy, I'm like, get out of here, dude. No. If it was easy, if things were easy, I would already have had a six-pack. I would be walking around with a six-pack. It's not easy. It's work. It's sweat. It's day in, day out. Put in the hours, get the work done, and savor every brushstroke, savor the work. But yeah, I think we're enamored by this idea of, and I see that a lot with artists. I'm like, man, when are we going to step away from this easy bullshit and get in the real work? I just want to do me. There you have it. The reason why we go somewhere to a coffee shop or a restaurant or whatever, it's because there's value there. There's value. If it was easy, everyone and anyone would be able to replicate that value. If the thing was easy, they're like, oh yeah, no, I'll just make this. Oh, what, Starbucks? Oh yeah, no, I'll make something just like Starbucks. Well, no, do you think that thing was easy? Of course not. When Howard Schultz was putting that shit together, there was nothing easy about that. He basically made Americans coffee drinkers. Man, we were not coffee drinkers. He basically turned us into coffee drinkers. He changed the whole structure, the whole psychological structure of Americans and coffee. That's not something we did here. We drank coffee in the morning, yeah, from your coffee maker. But we didn't go to coffee shops and whatnot. That wasn't a norm. It wasn't a normal thing to do for us. And so that alone is a horrifically difficult endeavor to change an entire culture. Just like who else has done that? Mexican beers. Mexican beers got beer drinkers to go from I don't know, just drinking Budweiser or something to start drinking Mexican beers. That was a huge endeavor. That wasn't an easy thing to do. Very difficult shit to pull off. And so I think about those things when it comes to artwork. What are we missing? What are we as artists? Where do we fall short? What are we doing? Look at that. Make American into real oil art collectors. Yeah, that'll be very, very difficult. Last color made it glow. What you do is very, very hard to do. Yeah, whatever you're doing, the thing that you're doing is very difficult to do. But we run away from it for that exact reason, because it's difficult. We run away, constantly run away. I see this with artists. We constantly run away because it's difficult. And so we keep thinking that the grass is greener somewhere else. And so anyways, this guy was talking about that in this podcast, and he was saying he evaluates businesses and seeing how they can take them public and get the board and the whole thing, right? Whatever they do to make them go public or to buy them, like kind of like what Warren Buffett does, right? But in a small way, not what he does, but in a small way. And I was listening to that, and I was like, holy shit, man, this is so interesting. Because I'm always looking, how would this apply to what we do? How does it apply to what we do, or what I do, or what I'm trying to do? Or what does this mean, right? How can this resonate to the stuff that I do? And it just made so much sense. When he started talking about a business loses value every time they step away from their main thing. They start to cross sale and whatnot. It's like they gain income, but they lose value. because then now everybody can do that. Anyone can do that. If you're just selling paintings, you're in the wrong business. You shouldn't be selling paintings. A lot of people out there are just selling paintings. That's the worst business to be in. It's a horrible business to be in. Like, oh yeah, I make paintings. Fuck. So does everyone else, dude. Everyone else makes paintings. You're basically wasting your life if you're selling paintings. Let's see, Esther says Portugal was covered in real oil paintings everywhere I went. Portugal? I love that. I gotta go take some stuff to Portugal, man. Let's see, Bruce 13 says, I am a lowbrow pop art artist. I do original work and some fan art with my twist. I don't do prints. I hate that idea. I sell all original art, but artist friends are all telling me to make prints so I can. Yeah, everybody out there is telling people to do prints. My thing is that if you're going to make prints, your artwork has to be very, very high up. So if you're selling a $20,000 piece, yeah, by all means, go make some prints, because not everybody's going to be able to catch your $20,000 piece to buy it. But almost no artist is doing that. Almost every artist, we're selling stuff for a couple of $100, at most a couple of $1,000. That's 99% of artists. And so and then everybody's trying to make prints. Let's see, Deanna says, I mean, why would anybody want to be an artist but make shortcuts? Authentic art is anything but shortcut. It becomes it starts looking cheap. Absolutely. And it will sell for cheap as well. Yeah. Let's see the full video of the painting. I don't think I have one. Hello. Yeah, let's start another one. I think that's the problem, that we start looking for the shortcuts. Oh, I have to sign this. And we start thinking about it from this perspective of how can I get more for less. I even have artists telling me all the time, Jose, what sells? Jose, what sells? Jose, where do you sell your prints? Where do you sell your drawings? Jose, where? How? What sells? And I'm like, dude, you're looking at it the wrong way completely. You gotta go and start creating artwork, okay? And then show it to people. Just show it on Facebook, on Instagram. Look, if they don't like it, you don't start getting likes, if you don't start getting people to look at it, okay, here it goes. The art sucks. Keep painting. That's what it means. Keep painting. Or you haven't hit that market. Yeah, it's one or the other. The art sucks, or you haven't hit that market yet. There is no way around it, and people want to make a way around it. And sure, you're going to make sales. I've told this to many artists. The easiest, being a full-time artist, like earning an income, is one of the easiest things, but it doesn't mean you're going to grow. You got to be very careful. It doesn't mean you're going to grow. It could mean that you're earning $200-300 here every day, selling stuff here and there, but it doesn't mean that you're growing. Especially when you start looking for shortcuts. I was advised by everyone and their fucking dog, for me to make shortcuts. Make prints right away. Make prints. Oh my God, get people to help you paint right away. Do it, because you're selling already. Oh my God. Oh yeah, get in this place and get in this other place, and it's like no. It's not gonna work that way. I have to get good at this thing. I have to not get good. I have to get great at this thing, and then I can start looking for other adventures. But even that, there hasn't been a thing that I've done that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop doing this, because that's juicier. It only looks that way from a distance. The grass is greener always. The juiciest thing you can do is stick to the shit you do and do it well. It's not t-shirts, right? It's art. I do think you can bottle this up. All right, let's do another painting. Se va. But unfortunately, it gets treated as if it's if you're selling t-shirts. Exactly. All right, here artists telling me I need to paint faster, like you, Jose. I need to paint faster, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't be painting that much faster if it wasn't selling, dude. If you don't see the price going up every time you're painting faster, you're going the wrong way. If the price is going down but you're painting faster, you're going the wrong way. You just don't know it yet. Like, oh, I need to paint more. Okay, paint more. That's great. But if you're painting faster because you want to paint more and the price is not rising, you're sorry to tell you, you're going the opposite way. You're going a race to the bottom, and the problem is you could actually win that race. Let's see, Esther says, I think you should rep the products you use and sell. Make your art online. Your product is good, man. Love that. Let's see. Ashley says, amen. I want my t-shirt low. I'm getting freaked out now. Don't get freaked out, Sam. You're in good company. All right, let's draw this thing. There's this idea that if we cut some sort of corner or if we figure something out, it's going to. No, it's not. Art doesn't work that way. You're not selling t-shirts. You're not selling boots. You'll make a profit. I'm not saying you won't. That's why many times I've said making a living as an artist, it's one of the easiest things to do. Acquiring value as an artist, it's one of the hardest things to do. Acquiring value over time, where people actually believe that the stuff they're buying from you is a little bit more valuable every year, or a lot more valuable. Acquiring value is a very difficult thing to do. Look at that. The art takes the time it takes. Yeah. Yeah, do it yourself and do the best you can. Absolutely. Well, anyways, I needed. I think it needed to be said because I see one too many artists making the same mistake over and over. I get these questions asked all the time. Artists ask me questions as if I know a shortcut that they don't know. I get asked all the time, hey Jose, will you share with me? And they think I have a shortcut. You know what my shortcut is? My shortcut is that I work the shit out of the day. That's my shortcut. While you're figuring something else out, I'm here painting. While you're looking to see how you can sell prints, I'm here painting. I'm perfecting my brushstroke. I'm painting. I'm making things better. I'm learning, right? I'm learning more. Why? Because you're always learning. Every time you're working, you're learning more. You become just a little bit better. And I haven't done this 1 or 2 years. I've done this for a decade now. People love to jump on trends. They sure do. Yeah. I feel like this is a problem occurred after social media started being active. Before that, there was less fakers. You had to be true artists to get attention. Yeah, it was a lot more difficult to get some attention. Please save this. I want my kids to watch one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's the problem. That you see the people on social media and everybody's like, oh man, I'm making all this money on YouTube. Yeah, dude, but you're not painting. And it doesn't mean that if you got some YouTube followers, it doesn't mean you're going to go viral either. Like stick to one thing and do it good. Do it really good. We don't see a heart surgeon doctor being like, oh yeah, I can't wait till I master being a heart surgeon and master marketing and master painting and master. No, dude, I'm a heart surgeon, man. That's what I do. I'm a pretty damn good one. That's why I live on the hills or whatever, right? That's why I drive the car I drive, the house I live in, because I'm a pretty damn good one. People come to me when they have heart problems. They don't question it. Why? Because I'm pretty damn good. That's why. And I feel like that art is lost. The art of actually being good at something. Like, dude, you got to get good at something, man. It can't be, I feel like we're trapped in this idea of fake it till you make it, and it doesn't really go anywhere. I've never faked anything that's worthwhile to make it. It always backfires. It blows up in my face. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't study the market, you shouldn't study things, you shouldn't study trends, what's working, what's not. It's amusing at best. At best, it's amusing. It's not really practical. And don't call me out. I'm a heart surgeon. Consistency is difficult. Yeah. That guy copying your style was in your live the other day. I feel like they're always in my lives. And that's the thing. That we get sold this secret sauce, and we think that if we figure out this secret sauce, you don't need a secret sauce. You need to get to work. There is no secret sauce. Where the hell? How do you think people get to whatever destination they're going to, whatever it is that they do? I have a friend who's in real estate, and I hear him talking to me all the time. When not all the time, but when we get together, have a beer or whatever, he tells me, Jose, it's the same all across. In real estate, you have to buy good stuff. You can't go buy the cheap stuff. You can't flip it right. And most people want to go buy the cheap stuff. He's like, it's fine when you're learning and you're trying to figure it out and whatnot, but very soon you have to understand that you have to buy good properties. They have to be good, so that you get money out of them. You actually get something out of them. And and I see that all across. I see that my brother-in-law, he sells cars, right? He has like car lots and whatnot, and he told me because I was telling him, wait, what car sells better? And he's like, well, what car sells better? The better cars sell better. Like, what are you talking about, man? The better cars sell better. Like, if you're trying to if you're trying to sell some car that you bought and you want to resell, he was like, don't go buy a Kia, dude, to resell it. Go buy an Audi and try to resell the Audi, or go buy something that already has a value in the market. The hard shit, right? The hard shit is what works. The most difficult stuff. But that's the thing that most of us are trying to walk away from. I got nothing against Kias, guys. Got nothing against it. I had a Kia at some point. They're fine cars. I'm just saying. People are trying to resell stuff to make a buck. I don't know why I started to get hungry when in life here. It's because it's all that energy. I like how Nas is like work. Oh man, it's hilarious. I'm like, huh? You know, I worked with some artists before, and just doing stupid shit. Like they would come to my studio and tell me, Jose, if you projected, if you used a projector to shoot the image, you would draw it faster. I'm like, yeah, probably, but it would be shittier if I drew it faster like that. Because there wouldn't be any art in it. I wouldn't be making the mistakes that I make. The mistakes is what people like, man. You know, the stuff that if you prepared your colors and you know you did this and try to make a what do they call it, a conveyor belt type of deal. I'm like, dude, that shit doesn't work, man. Like none of those things work. They're all gimmicks. You're confused. People want to see you dip the brush and use paint and you painted something here that makes no sense, but it looks good. They want to see you do that because they want the human element. And not just the human element of you doing it with your hands, the human element of you doing it, but also failing at it in some areas. You know, quote unquote failing. You're not really failing, but not doing it perfect. The imperfection of it. Like, people love the imperfection of things. Why? Because it makes it more human. Especially when you're talking about artwork. I love that. You'll not put your heart if you trace. Yeah, all those things, you know, all those things. And again, there are people that do that. There are people that trace. But they're not tracing because they're trying to go faster. They're tracing because that's how they work. I know Alpi, I think is his name. Alpi, he traces his work. He shows how he traces his work. But I promise you, he's not doing it because he's trying to do it faster. He's doing it because that's just the way that he paints. That's how he can get the right proportions and whatnot, because he paints, his stuff is realism. And so it works there because the intent is correct. The intent is not malicious, it's correct. Just like what's his name, Chuck Close would map out the canvas, right, with a grid. The intention is correct there. So you gotta watch out also for what intention. What's the intention with your work? What are you trying to do? If what you're trying to do is cut corners or make it easier for yourself or faster for yourself, you're probably doing it wrong. In my opinion, because art is about spending time with the damn thing. That's what art is about. In Seth Godin's words, art is generosity. Think about that for a second. That's what Seth Godin said in many times, but specifically in I don't know if it was a TED Talk or one of those. And I hear that dude. When it comes to marketing, he knows what he's talking about. Art is generosity. When you give more than you are expecting, when you're not afraid of going and and making more effort. That's art. Art is generosity. It's being generous. Spending more paint, spending more time, right? Using more paint, using a larger canvas, spending more time on it, being bolder, doing it with your hands. It's all about generosity. Look at that. So many people learn to project this process. It works, but you'll never learn to draw. Yeah, that's the problem there. I've been watching Seth and Gary nonstop since meeting you. I love that. Yeah, you need to go after the generosity. How do I become generous with my work? And you'll forget all about corners and easy routes and you know, all that stuff. And mess up, right? I think part of it is also you need to mess up. How to mess up? I don't know, but you need to mess up, whatever that means for you. Get the proportions wrong. You know, get the proportions wrong. Get the composition wrong. Not intentionally. No, try to get it right, but get it wrong in the process. Get it wrong in the process. Get the colors wrong. Get everything wrong in the process. Because that's where the magic is. That's where you'll learn. In getting it wrong first. Look at that. Yeah, I've been telling people for a while, man, like, go, if you see someone going this way with artwork, go the opposite direction. You'll never have to hide if you go the opposite direction. You'll never have to like try to tweak your style so that it doesn't look like someone's. You're going to dominate it. One of the best books that I've read in marketing, it's called Blue Ocean Strategy. I read that book about, I think about 12 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I was so happy about that book that I bought copies for my friends in different industries, not just artists, but in different industries. It's one of the best books that I've read. As a matter of fact, I've been itching to go read it again. I hope I can get the audio this time, because I read it. But that's what the book talks about. The book says the market is a bloody ocean full of sharks. It's bloody. Those of you who think that there is no competition, you're awfully wrong. Anyone who paints is competing with you, not necessarily competing with you because of how they paint, competing with you because they're another painter that someone else is looking at. Doesn't mean they're your direct competition, but they are competing with you because we live in a world where attention is the holy grail of any business. If you grab people's attention, you essentially monopolize the whole thing by grabbing attention. Anyone who has an Instagram or a Facebook account or whatever, and you have lots of followers, you've taken the attention out of the things around it. It doesn't mean that they don't have a shot. They have less shot because you've taken the attention. It's just the way it works. And so in this book called The Blue Ocean Strategy, the book teaches you to go after a blue ocean and not a red ocean. The red ocean is, for example, here on Instagram, oh my God, everybody's painting plein air. You know, those paintings in the open air. You know what? I'm not gonna go do that. Or if I'm gonna go paint open air, like plein air paintings, because I want a piece of that market. The way that I'm going to do it is going to be very different, right? In order to get a piece of that market. One of the artists that I saw that was doing it slightly different was this dude that started painting burning buildings. He was doing plein air, but every building he painted was burning. And so that seemed different, right? Now it's not so different. There's a lot of people doing it in different ways like that. But the reason why I'm pointing this out is because he's the one who's remembered for that. He's remembered for that. Other people that do it, not so much. And on and on. And so getting into the marketplace and realizing that it's bloody, okay? That it's bloody, that it's red. That if you're trying to be an artist and you're on Instagram, your problem is not so much that you paint bad. Your problem is that you don't paint so unique. That's the problem. The real problem is that there's no uniqueness. That people are watching you, but there's no uniqueness in it. So when they watch you, they scroll and they're like, oh, I've seen something like this already. That's the problem. It's not so much that you're not good at what you do. Is that everybody has seen the type of work. And so in order to carve yourself something in the marketplace, you would either have to be very unique or try to work and build an audience, right? Build an audience or be very unique. The third one, it's the easiest one. I'm going to tell you a third one. The third one is the easiest one. Give your stuff away. That's the easiest one. But that doesn't, it's where I say it's very easy to be a full-time artist. That does not mean that it's going to be a long time or a long-term formula for a career if you want to grow your career, right? It doesn't mean that. I know plenty of artists who make a living creating their work, but it doesn't go beyond that. It doesn't go beyond that. They don't create any splash. It doesn't go beyond earning a few $1,000s here and there. It never goes beyond that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is it doesn't grow. And I've experienced that myself. I've learned from my mistakes too. I've experienced that in my own career. Look at that. Look at that, Pope. ¿Te gusta el graffiti? Un poquito. You'll find what works for you exactly. Habla bien, bro, no te entiendo mucho. So there it is, my friends. That's what I got. That's what I got to say about that. It's not get away from the easy. The easy has nothing for you. You know, again, I got artists telling me, hey, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Hola, hola. I got artists telling me, Jose, what should I do? Where should I sell my work? Where is the best place to sell my work? What sizes sell best? What medium sells best? You know what that? You know all of that. What tells me? What all of that tells me is, Jose, I could sell shoes or art or bananas. I don't care. I just want something that works. I just want to make some money selling artwork. I don't care what I sell. I don't care how I do it. That's what that tells me. Every time I hear artists telling me, hey, dude, but how would I do? How would I go about this? Where do I sell it? How much do I sell it for? All those things. I'm like, dude, you're not even thinking about the artwork. You're fixated. You haven't even started, and you're fixated about the wrong thing already. Your mind is in the wrong place already, and you haven't even started. I just got my pizza painting in the mail yesterday. So excited. Thank you so much. I love that. My pizza painting. And so all those things they identify to me, they help me identify who's an artist and who just wants to make something work, and it doesn't matter if it's art or it's bananas or shirts or I don't know, anything, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to make something work. The only challenge I see there in trying to make something work like that with artwork is that you're not being an artist. You're not being generous. Because if you were an artist, you wouldn't be asking any of those things. You would use generosity. You would use generosity. You would do your best job and let the market decide. It would be based on generosity. All good artists are generous. And it's like all good business people. All good business people are generous. That's why people go to them, because they're generous. They're generous with something, with their skill level, with their time. If you're really, really, really good at anything, that means that you're generous. You've given yourself to the skill, to learning the skill. And so that means that you're a very generous person. It doesn't mean that you go out throwing money away to people. No, it means that you've dedicated yourself to make the best possible sushi, to make the best possible paintings, to whatever it is that you do. Whether you clean cars and whatnot. It always makes me laugh. When I go to get my car washed, I go to this service, right? Get my car washed. When they do a shitty job, and they don't know this, I wish they knew this. When they do a shitty job, because they want to turn the cars, they don't know they're hurting themselves. I'm looking to get out of that all the time. And when they do a good job, like they go the extra mile, they clean the extra thing that oh, that's not my job, I don't have to do that. When they do that, I get so excited, I want to come back. Not only that, I want to hit the person with 20, 40 bucks. Boom. Here you go, dude. Thank you. Like, I wasn't expecting this shit. You know, you actually cleaned where there was a soda spill that you couldn't see unless you moved the seat. Those types of things. That's generosity. That's being generous. It's the same thing with art. The same thing with art. When I see someone that paints really well and has a shitload of followers, that means that that's a generous person. It's a very generous artist. Why? Because they, again, right? For what I just said, they put all this time and all this attention in learning how to do something so damn well, so that people would be happy and excited about seeing their work. And so there it is, my friends. I hope this was worth anything to anybody out there. Let me show you. I'm gonna come back to you guys. I can't agree enough. Yes, right? Right? Anyone who does that, anyone who's generous like that, man, I'm like, dude, I want to tip you more. I want to take care of you. I want to help you. Why? Because they're doing shit that's outside of what they were supposed to do. Everyone loves generosity. You're extremely generous, and we appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Margaret. It's going to go on my breakfast room. Oh, I love that. The pizza painting? Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you all. I'm going to be back. I'm going to save this video here on Instagram for those of you who didn't get to see it. And I tell my kids, the little guy that brushes shoes, at the airport gains respect when he does his job right. Absolutely, absolutely. Anyone who I remember listening to Grant Cardone said this once. He said, if you're shoe shining shoes at the airport, and you do it better and faster, because people are in a hurry, right? People are in a hurry in an airport. He says, if you do it better, faster, and don't charge and work by tip, I believe him though. I believe him. He says that person would be making a killing. Everybody would be copying, would be trying to copy the business model. Why? Because we all love generosity. I remember Grant said people would be hitting him with 20 or 50 bucks, dude. Especially the business people that need to move fast. They're instead of charging $5 for a shoe shine, don't charge anything. Do it like so damn well and do it quicker. Call it 2-minute shoe shine or something like that. It's service. It's service. Now that thing doesn't work for everything, but I can totally see it working there. And the reason he mentioned that is because he's always flying, and he was right now he's got his own jet and shit, but he's always flying in the airports, and that's something that that was an observation from a business guy, and I've applied some of those things on some things that I do, and it's bananas how much it works, just for taking an extra step. So there it is, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out. The name is Jose Trujillo. I gotta sign this painting. I'll be back, and I gotta charge this phone. I'll be back, and we'll do another live, and we'll make it super fun and intense. Take care. Thank you, everybody. Stay well and sophisticated.